Hey guys, so this is a review and instruction how to install hitch, trailer hitch on 2014, 2010 all the way to 2014, same body style, Dodge Durango, and I'm gonna install the hitch and the wiring for trailer. So stick around, I'll show you what tools I use and how it's all done, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of review on a factory hitch that I ordered on eBay from one of the Dodge dealers. Stick around. So this factory hitch I purchased on eBay from one of the dealers, Love Mopar Parts, and it came to me in horrible condition. Box was not packaged at all. There's nothing inside, so we're talking about this hitch just bouncing inside a box. Part of the hitch was sticking out through when it was sitting at my porch. There's a couple more damages. This was ripped. Other part of the hitch was coming through here, so you got two pieces. These two pieces are sticking out. There's absolutely no packaging inside. Hitch got all scratched up, so I got this piece that's worn all the way to the metal. I mean, I don't know, they advertise brand new factory hitch, but it looks like it's been through a little bit of hell. Now you got this that's all missing paint. Big old scratches here, right there. You know, these pieces that were sticking out of the box, of course, got all nice and beat up. Look at this nice gouge. More right here. So pretty much looks like somebody just hooked this hitch up to the back of the car and just dragged it behind it. I mean, it's really beat up. I mean, I'm gonna have to do some touch up with a spray paint just to make this, you know, rust proof and everything. But so if you buy your hitch, watch out for that seller. I mean, they're not the greatest, even though the price is good, but knowing this, I would rather spend a couple more dollars and buy, you know, better one for in better shape. But anyway, let's get down to the installation. Guys, hello, and I want to run by and tell you what tools you need to get this job done, so it goes smooth and quick and you don't have to, you know, look for things. So get stuff ready. So first of all, you're gonna need 21mm ratchet with the head. 21mm. Get this big handle and ratchet is size that you can get because they're pretty tight. You're also gonna need 10mm. You're gonna need 8 and 7. Those are for the fender, for the sides. Get an extension as well, helps. You're gonna need the Torx T30 size, so get one of those. Also flat blade screwdriver, get a smaller one, not too big to pop the rivets, and just little. You're gonna need dikes just to cut the old rivets on the fender off, and you will need something to crimp your wires if you install the controller. So that, get yourself a few zip ties, black ones, to organize the wires and make them nice and clean. Also drill if you're installing the controller to tap the screw for the ground. You're gonna have to order some 21mm bolts for the hitch because the support that you have right now is sitting on 3 bolts on each side, and the hitch will require 4 bolts. So you're gonna need to go to a dealer and get 2 more bolts. They're about $7 a piece, something. So you're gonna have to visit your dealer. And now we're talking about the rivets. There's 2 rivets on each side that you cut them off, and the dealer sells them for, oh man, the $24 for 4. The rivet gun, you can't use a regular metal rivet gun because they're different size, different dimensions. So what I did is I went to Harbor Freight Tools, and I bought the set for $16, and it comes with all the rivets that you need. I mean, this is the size that dealer sells, so there's like 10 of them, and there's a couple different sizes and rivet gun. So for $24 for 4 rivets at the dealer, or you can pay $16 and get one of this sets that for $16, and that will cover your rivets. You'll have some spares and a tool. Recommend it. I mean, you guys can should be able to find something like this, and here's the item number if you're interested. So it's a 97757 Pittsburgh. If you can get a hold of one of this, money saver, plus you get a tool bulletproof. So this is all the tools you need, and we'll start this disassembly by removing 2 torque screws on inside of the bumper, and you'll need a T30 torque set. So the next 2 screws are the 10mm under the fender thing. So they're located right here under the wheel well, and you just remove them with the 10mm ratchet. Now you have this 8mm on the bottom. Now we need to remove 2 of these rivets that are holding this protector, and to do so you're gonna have to clip them off from inside with dikes or some kind of wire cutters or something. They are plastic, so don't be afraid, just snap them. Once they're clipped from inside, you can just, you know, pop them out with a screwdriver and remove them out. And same thing with the upper one. Comes out pretty easy right here. And you're ready to pop this molding out, because there's another screw right underneath. Comes out pretty easy. Just be careful, don't bend it. But there you go. So once you got this out, there's a 7mm to remove this screw underneath. And so when you get under the car, there's 2 last screws are 10mm that holding support from inside here and here. So let me tell you guys something, it's kind of stiff. I mean, there's clips in here, you kind of have to pull it hard, so don't be afraid to get underneath right here and just kind of pull it, and then it's not breaking, there's just little clips in there that holding it together. Here you go. You can help yourself a little bit with a screwdriver to just get it started. That's how it comes out. There you go. And for your proximity sensors that measuring your distance to the parking objects, you might want to undo this cable, this plug, to remove your get your bumper separated, and we're gonna set it in the grass. So there you go, that's what you get. Now we're gonna get this guy removed, and you don't need to lower your spare tire. In the manual, if you look online, it says that you have to, but you don't really have to. You can do it without lowering. There's enough room in there to add and remove bolts. So there's 3 bolts on the bottom on each side on the bracket, and you need to install 4 bolts on each side for the trailer hitch. And you saw what bolts you need to get. I showed you the little preview in the beginning, right? So using 21mm socket, we're gonna remove this, and that. And in the future, when we're installing it, we install here, 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 and there for the hitch. Hitch is gonna have another tab right here. Okay guys, one thing I really want to mention, and this is really important when you install the controller for your wiring, the trailer wiring. Read the instruction. Every controller is different, and one needs to be installed on passenger side, and the other brands or kinds or models needs to be installed on the driver's side. The reason is, depending where the controller is and how the wiring is connected, you'll reverse your turn signals. If you install it on the wrong side, it will have your right being left on the trailer and left on the car being right on the trailer. So make sure you do that right, read the instructions. Okay guys, so in order for you to install wiring for your trailer hitch, for the trailer, it's easier to do when the bumper is not here. This way you can route your wires between the tail lights and module and all that stuff and wire your module. And you don't have to mess around with going under the bumper and trying to fish the wire under, you know. So when you have a bumper off, best time. So to do so, you need to take the tail lights out. Clips, you just go with a little flat screwdriver right under, kind of work them, and center pin comes out. You just pull it out and the whole thing comes out. Just center pin, and it just really easy. Don't try to force it if it doesn't go easy. Try it again, try a different way, different angle, whichever, but you don't want to break them. They are spendy. You're gonna pay probably, you know, $7 or $10 each. So easy. I'll just do one tail light. You got the idea. Yeah. So anyway, you got those two pins out, and tail light, just work it. Yeah. You should just pull it back and it comes out. There you go. There's a little clip in here, that's why it gives me a little tough time. But anyway, so once you pull this out, undo the wiring, and by pressing this, and it's tough. They are watertight, so yes, they are. So I got one out, and I'll. So which module to buy? They are pretty much all the same. What you want to do is use not just the splitter, but the actual module that gives you more power to the lights on the trailer, and they, you know, protect with fuses and all that stuff. So if something burns out, your car's lights and everything doesn't burn out. It's just the fuse in the module. So just the trailer, if something happens, if it's a boat, whatever. I bought it from Kirk because I like their product. They're good quality product, so I use theirs, but there's all kinds of different ones. So what happens in this actual module gets hidden right here, and I'll show you where I'm gonna put it. And there's two plugs that are splitting off of your existing tail lights, and they're just splitting off. Actually, they're right here. So you're plugging one in the existing plug, and the other one goes into your actual tail light. So they're two Ys that are coming across. So we're gonna keep module on the driver's side, and extension to the right. So let's. Double-sided tape, we'll just attach that to here, clean it, make it nice and dust free or dirt free or any liquids or anything, moisture, and just stick it, press and hold for a couple of seconds. Yeah, not going anywhere. Now the white wire is your ground, needs to be attached to the body to the frame of the car. And for that, I'm gonna use a self-tapping screw like this one, and I'm gonna drill it right into it, somewhere right here. So the power wire that connects to here, we're gonna run through the vent hole and into the trunk. If you remove the cargo tray in there for the water bottles and stuff, right on the other side of this, you can put your hand through and fish the wire out. So once the wire's in, you strip and crimp. Clean. And now we're putting a tail light back. So this is a split that I was talking about. Make sure it clicks. I like to keep that inside because it came from inside, so it's nice and protected. And you kind of have to get that. Make sure that bottom clip is aligned. Yeah. Yep. Make sure this clip on the bottom is aligned before you insert. And all you have to do is just push the pins back in. 1, 2, and I believe this is it. So here's the deal, guys. So I got wires zip tied to the back of the hitch. Worked out great. Tail lights installed. The plug is right here. So pretty much all I have to do now is put the bumper cover back on, and that should be alright. One thing you need to remember is to plug the proximity sensors back on, and to do so you need to get closer here. Yep, it's on. Now just hanging the bumper. So the 10mm, the bigger guy, will go on the top. And remember that really skinny, really small pin in the butt one that goes on the side, that's coming up. And don't forget about two 10mm screws on the bottom that's supporting these two latches that connecting to the hitch. They're supporting pretty much this bottom. They're right there. Two 10mm. Okay, so guys, let me explain you what I did with the wiring. How I ran the wire to the battery. So you saw me pushing the wire through the vent dock on the other side of the right here. this vent was right here, so wire went in, came out of this. This is a little train here for the water bottles and trash. This is the wire, came out, and I ran underneath here and behind. You can remove this, the cover. Ran behind the seats, and the wire's right here. Kind of want to tack it in on the bottom, so I kind of ran behind the seats, and then I ran it under the trim on the side. Kind of pushed it right under the plastic trim, so all the way under here. So you kind of just push it underneath, under this, all the way along, under to the driver's side. Same thing here, all underneath, and you go right here, pull that out, and there's a hole right there through the firewall into the engine bay. When you get to the engine bay, this is your passenger side jumper star connector. So the plug will be, oh, you can't see it, but anyway, the plug would be right there. So you run the wire out, it goes through this right here. Here's the wire through this firewall, comes out, and you trimmed it nice, put a fuse in here, and I wired it into this power connector. So this is what you need to do. This is your power wiring. Make sure fuse is accessible and you can get to it if you need to replace it. And this is your final product. This is cover installed, done, and everything. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was useful for you and you can use this doing it yourself in your car. Enjoy.